Hi everybody, welcome to another edition of His Turn, Her Turn. As always, I am the His Turn portion of that, Paul Bryan.
As always.
I'm identifying as the His Turn part.
I'll stick with the Her Turn, thanks.
Along with Lauren Fix the Car Coach.
Hello. Yes, another fun day, another off-road opportunity. Boy, we've been off-roading like crazy.
We have.
And typically we're on a track. That's where we prefer to be.
I think each has its own special...
It's a different skill.
It's do I want bananas Foster or do I want to have a chocolate whatever?
Flourless cake with raspberry sauce? Yeah,
I know.
pick the latter.
And the answer is both.
I'll stick with the chocolate.
But on different nights. And today we happen to be off-road here in Texas, just outside of San Antonio.
I love San Antonio.
And here in the hill country, we're not too far from New Braunfels, which is kind of, we're halfway between San Antonio and New Braunfels.
We are here to test drive the 2017 Jeep Compass that is all new. And it now looks like the rest of the family.
This is such an incredibly important piece of business for them.
It is. And the price point's in that sweet spot, too.
Yeah. No, it's really good. You've got a vehicle that's starting around $21,000 and top off, I'm guessing, what, 34 if you got the sunroof?
Yeah, we were driving this sport model and it was mostly loaded. You had the sunroof, you're probably in that 34 range. It depends what goodies you want. You got to have those tow hooks, or they're called recovery hooks for everyone else who gets stuck.
Yeah, they're
with
there
the red and they look good.
They're there to help everybody else out.
Right, because you have to be a good Samaritan.
Because Mike Manley, the head of the brand, said, why do we put the tow hooks on here? And he always say, if you
pull out the competition?
Yeah, if you're pulling out the competition, and if you aren't using them, then you're not using it right.
That's right. We drive a lot of vehicles on and off road, and maybe it's because I'm spoiled, but I'm used to certain things that I expect when a vehicle's in the $30,000 range. One, I want lumbar, driver, and passenger side. I think
Gee, who would have ever guessed you'd mention that?
Well, for $30,000, let's be honest with ourselves. You're spending $30,000 on a vehicle that's going to become your daily driver that you can use for any adventure you want. You want to go camping, you want to go off-roading, you want to go skiing, you want to tow something. How much does it cost? $50, $150? I think one of the things that you as a consumer are looking for is, one, seating comfort. I think that you're living in this car. You live inside the car, no matter how cool the outside of this vehicle looks. And I have to say, I love the new black roof option. I think that would be the only way I would load them on my lot if I was a dealer. But inside the vehicle where you live, seating comfort's priority. Number two is visibility. I think there's really good visibility. There's tons of safety features here. You've got blind spot detection, which I don't like the sound that comes with it. If I could shut that off, I would. I like that it gives me a notification visibly. If I put it on my turn signal, and the audible sound is really loud. Is that not loud? I think that's too loud.
Boy, is that loud.
I don't know. I mean, I would rather have an adjustability of the sound. It has backup camera, cross-traffic alert, parking sensors, all needed. Not for off-road, but for those of us that are using it every day, taking your kids to soccer or whatever it is that you do. The ride is a little rough for me, but it is a Jeep. I mean, there's no adjustability on that. However, there's adjustability on the transmission for automatic snow, sand, and rock climbing, and we're going to be doing that. So you'll see some of the work that Paul and I are doing off-road, and we've been getting pretty good at the off-road. Check out the off-road drive we've done with the Land Rover. So we're getting to be experts at this. I love the Uconnect system. I always have. I think it's one of the best systems on the market. It has Android Auto. It has Apple CarPlay. It's easy to use. You can switch back and forth. You can leave it in Apple CarPlay and still use the nav system on the car. So all that is nice because everybody has their own way of how they want to use it. Maybe you want the media on one and the directions on your phone. You can do that with this car. It gives you more information than most of the systems, and it's easy to use. As far as all the accessories and the plugins, phenomenal. Tons of USB connections. There's actually an alternating current one in the back. There's regular connections up front. And there's so much storage and everything. So I give them a lot of credit for that, considering it's a compact SUV. I think they did a good job on it.
We're here in Comfort, Texas, where years ago I think that I won the chili cook-off here in Comfort, Texas, which is why it reminds me, I think I've been here. For those of you who don't know, I have a special qualification on my resume as a past world champion chili cook. So,
and his chili's yummy.
Yeah, and it's not bad. More about that later. If you take a look at Fiat Chrysler corporately, the Jeep brand is the most valuable brand they've got. And I'm sure that there are Alfisti out there who would argue with that, saying, oh no, it must be Alfa Romeo, or it could be Chrysler with the history of Walter P. with everything. No, it's Jeep. Jeep is an incredibly important piece of their survival as a corporation. And here we're on a little section of road that's marked for 10 miles an hour.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, but it doesn't mean we're doing 10.
Well, no, it doesn't mean we're doing 10. The other thing that Lauren mentioned that I want to amplify is the two-tone roof on this. We stopped for coffee, and as we stopped for coffee, we were just sitting there having a drink, and as we were sitting there, a Land Rover Discovery, old edition, not the new one that we just reviewed last week, and you should also go and watch, but the old one came by and it had the two-tone top on it, and it's used there. It's also used on the Land Rover Evoque, and on this one, it's a real eye fooler. I mean, I think that the two-tone top, especially with this red and the black top treatment here, is really, really sharp. This is a great looking vehicle. I like what they've done. So we're going to go ahead and play off-road a little bit because that's great fun, and we like to share that with you. It's going to be fun to also see how this compares to what we consider to be the benchmark of that with our friends from Land Rover.
Appreciate your questions, your comments. If you have any questions about these vehicles, they should be in dealer by the time you're watching this. And the nice.
But remember, the rollout's going to be slow on this.
Right.
So
April 2017, there should be plenty of them in dealer. You can always order one too. And I think the key to this is take it for a test drive, and don't forget to shop around.
Yeah, drive some of the other vehicles along with it too, and see
then
those
you make
other
your own
cars.
Decision.
And when you hear us talk about other vehicles in comparison, odds are that we've reviewed those as well. So make sure that when you subscribe to our channel here, and not just look at those, but look at the competition that we reviewed as well, and that way you'll be able to get a good.
They're calling me. The phone's ringing off the wall. My phone's ringing. My watch is ringing.
So we
my
want your
earpiece is
comments. We want your comments. Please put them down below. We try to answer them. We get into a little bit deeper dive with technology, with specs that we don't want to bore you with.
It's
in the
all
video.
down below. But like, share, comment, and of course, thank you for your subscriptions. And follow us on social media. You can follow me at Lauren Fix or on my website, laurenfix.com, where all the social media connects there and everything that we do together. And where can we find you, Mr. Bryan?
I tweet at @ThePaulBryan, and you can also find me on Facebook, so friend me up. I'm a very friendly guy.
Yes, he is.
And so go
also
ahead
on
and do
Twitter at @ThePaulBryan.
Yes.
All right, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to like our His Turn, Her Turn fan page, and we'll see you next time.
So long, everybody.
See you later.